Jeez. Jeez. That's crazy. Jeez. That's crazy. All right. Let's try to find this. That's crazy. All right. Let's try to find this. That's crazy. All right. Let's try to find this. Crazy. Let's try to find this. All right, we're gonna start soon. We're just waiting for some people to come in here. Hold on. All right, we're gonna start soon. We're just waiting for some people to come in here. Hold on. All right, we're gonna start soon. We're just waiting for some people to come in here. Hold on. All right, we're gonna start soon. We're just waiting for some people to come in here. Let me see. We're gonna start soon. Just waiting for some people to come in here. Let me see. We're gonna start soon. Waiting for some people to come in here. We're gonna start soon. Some people to come in here. Why is it echoing and beeping? What is the echo beeping sound? Mute this. Yeah, that should be better. Should be good. All right. Yeah, is this better? You see this? Is this better? Okay. So, yeah, let me know. Is it still echoing or no? Damn, this is the freaking lag's so bad. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Just give me a second. Okay, perfect. Beep. And no echo, right? All right, we're going to check out some of these videos. I'm watching it live right now. On Facebook, I have some footage, some stuff that we haven't seen. So we're going to check it out. Let me just move this. Just hopped in, so I'm trying to manage my screen. Give me a second. Okay. Let me see. Put my control panel right here. There we go. Okay, hold on. All right, perfect. All right, so if everybody can hear me okay. All right, we're going to jump into it. So I want to see, I want to check out some of these videos. So let me go back to what I have. So this is what's going on right now. So if you guys are just joining, or if anybody doesn't know, I think we only have a couple people in here, but I'm just going to keep going. So we have in Mexico right now, the drug pin on Mencho was killed. So this was a military operation. He was in prison. He was in jail. He was arrested. What was it? A year ago, maybe just shy of a year. And he's the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel. So this is a cartel that is, it's in Jalisco, but this is a cartel that is from El Chapo, kind of took over after El Chapo. And it's a very, how do I say, aggressive cartel. And it's pretty obvious once a cartel member dies or gets killed, they are not, I mean, maybe ordered, they're told that they need to rebel, they need to go out there and basically take revenge on the government, right? So what happens is government also, we want to take you off the streets, right? We want to take cartel members off the streets. We want to make sure that they're not terrorizing people anymore. Great, wonderful. What happens is they say, okay, you want to take them off the streets? You want to throw them in jail? We're gonna cause hell in your cities. Basically, until usually when somebody gets arrested, what they do is they'll cause a lot of hell until they actually take them out of prison and set them back on the streets. Like act like kind of like spoiled brat, right? We're gonna go and just terrorize the whole city until you take them out of jail. That's kind of the protocol. But in this situation, they're like, you killed him, we're going to cause a lot of trouble. So I'm going to show you guys what's going on a little bit. Let me refresh this. But it's really important to know this too as well, is that they're not trying to kill people. It's happening on the streets, right? But they're not actually killing the people. They're not killing people on the streets. What they're doing is basically terrorizing the people. So nobody's really getting killed. They're just basically terrorizing everybody. So this one I believe is in... I think this was in the airport. Let me see what it is. Toxicology. So what they've already hit an airport. That was one thing that we know. They hit an airport in Guadalajara, which is in Jalisco, basically. They've already hit the airport. That was for sure. Now they're all over the streets causing trouble. And this is in Puerto Vallarta. So, they burn. This is like this is typically what they do. So they'll burn the cars. Number one. So let me make this a little bit bigger so I could show you guys. Okay. So it's a typical MO of the cartel. What they're going to do is they're going to burn the cars on the streets as in like protests. So cars driving, right? Let's say it's a taxi or it's just a normal civilian car. What they're going to do is they're going to set the taxis on fire. They're going to pull them out of the taxi. They're going to say, get out of the car. They're not going to kill them. They never just go and kill random civilians. It's not what they do. They get them out of the car and they say, sorry, go to your house, be safe. And they set the car on fire. There was a video that I just saw. Where did I see it? Let's watch these. Zoom in into this one a little bit. How do I take off this freaking sidebar? The thing's annoying.
I got an idea for some content, man.
It's horrible.
We should.
Let's go down. So yeah, as I was saying, so what they're going to do basically is they're going to tell the guys to get out of the car and they're going to set it on fire. They usually do this to taxis. They do this to like public servants, things like this, but they also do it to civilians. There was one that I saw, and look, you can see here. This is in Tepic. This is actually, my wife went to this college, right? Tecnología en Tepic. Yeah, this is a very, very big college. It's like a national, basically like a national college, huge college. And they're right here at the college now. You can see there's military here right now, essentially protecting them. They're driving through some gates here. I don't know what this is. Let's go down. This one is in Tepic. So this Tepic is another state in Mexico. And yeah, they're just causing trouble. They're setting it on fire. Like these are highways and streets, usually into small towns. Like in Tepic, this is the capital. Tepic is the capital. And there's these small towns, and they block the roads. They set them on fire. So you can see this guy just hit. I don't know what the hell happened there. He just hit a motorcycle person in Tepic. Like what is going on? Wow. Okay, let's go down a little bit more. Let's see what else we got. I'm trying to see also, while you guys watch this, I'm trying to see, I had some other videos from family that's there right now. I'm trying to see. Let me see, how do I get this on here? Let me copy this link. Let's see this one here. So this one here, this one is in Jalisco, Tepic. So now I think that this one is, they're blocking the roads. So this is like, they're literally burning the roads there so nobody can pass through, causing a lot of trouble, which that means everything stops, right? Like food going in and out, everything stops. Everything's going to stop. Look how bad that is. Look at the black smoke. Holy crap. What the hell? That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a whole bus. Holy crap. They did this in Tijuana too. When I was there before, they had a period where the cartel was in a fight with because the Mexican government there had kidnapped and arrested, in their eyes it's kidnapped, in real life it's arrested, one of their cartel members, like head cartel members. So the cartel says, okay, that's how you want to do it. They go through the city, all of the buses, everything, they set them all on fire, block the roads, and they say, okay, that's what you want to do, then we're going to do this. They let the people out of the bus, by the way, of course. They're not going to kill the people, kill people while they're in the bus. But still, that's unbelievable. That sucks, man. That sucks so bad. Look at this car. No fucking way. No fucking way, dude. No way.
Porque estoy leyendo los mensajes que me están mandando para tener un poco más de información. Los retiramos también un poco de los carros porque el humo es bastante pesado. Con decirle que nos da hasta sombra.
And I got this video from family that's there right now that lives in this city. So imagine you're living in this city. Imagine you are like, this is America. How in the hell in America it would be absolute, it would be, there'd be Karens in the street screaming bloody murder if this was something that would ever happen in America. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? How many Karens in America would be on the street with blue hair if this happened? Like this is real life for Mexican people though. This is like what's happening, like often, like every few years something like this will happen. It's insane. Let me see what other links they gave me here. And again, these are videos from people that are living there literally as we speak right now. Let me see. These are people that are living in. Do I got a video? Do I have a link for this one? No, that's the Costco. So there was a Costco. There was a Costco that this happened to. So let me see if I could find that. It'll be here somewhere. Yeah, this is the college. Look at this. Damn. That's in the college. Oh yeah, this was the one in the airport. This was the one in the airport. Look at this. This is in the airport in Guadalajara, right? Yeah, no, Vallarta, sorry. Look at this.
Valió verga.
They're running in. They're like, run. Could you imagine the chaos? Oh my. No way. There he is. Could you imagine the chaos? Let's refresh this. I want to see if there's anything fresh. This one's live right
También
here too.
permanecen. Los bloqueo.
Dang, look at that. No way. No, they ended it, you son of a bitch. Did you see that car? No way. Let's see. Execution is going. No, that's a school. This is a school. No way. I'm curious to type in if I could type in Jalisco. Let's see. Jalisco Noticias. Let's see what's going on. It has to be the top news. No way. No way. It's an airplane. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this. No way. No way. What? No way. That's what they did at the airport, right? No, but let's see if that was a Vallarta. Let's see where this one is. It's okay. Yeah. Guadalajara. Yeah. Look at this. So they put the whole airplane on fire. They busted in the airport. No way. Look at that. Imagine. Look at this airplane. And keep in mind, like, these are not big airports. Like, they don't have like 150 planes every couple hours like we do in the US. Like, there's like 4 or 5 airplanes that go through here each day. Like, this messed up everything. Guadalajara is a little bit bigger. It's an international airport, right? But and this was the video that I saw too. I don't think this was Mencho. This is Nayarit and Jalisco. They're calling this a war zone now. There's they're calling this a red code, or like red alert, basically to stay into your house. I don't know who this one was, but they captured some people. They're carrying them in the airplane like this. Look at this. The whole truck's on fire. Damn. No way. The whole city's in smoke. Damn, this is the military. Look at those machine guns too. The military is literally sitting there on the freeway to protect everybody. Wow. They're burning the entire city down. Look at this. They're burning the entire city down. That's the whole city. That's the entire city. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. And look at this one. Look at this one. This is crazy. Hold on. You guys got to watch this. Watch this. I'm going to make this bigger. You guys got to see this full speed. Look at this. Look at this one. Like, they literally look, threw them out of their car. They threw them out of their vehicle. Literally. Tossed them out of their vehicle so they could light the entire car on fire. That's crazy. If this happened in America, we would, like, the country would fall apart if this happened to us. That's insane. Wow. The thing that I want to know is this. I want to know why they killed him, though. That's the problem. Why did they kill Mencho? 55 minutes ago. Security forces reportedly killed drug boss Mencho. Unless he faked his own death. Do you think it's possible he faked his own death? What if he did? I mean, he did it before. He faked his own death before. If you guys remember, he was arrested in, what was it? I thought it was the U.S. No, he was arrested, right? I think the U.S. supported that arrest, that first arrest, and he faked his own death. But to be honest with you, if I heard correctly, Mencho had a lot of health problems. So either way, he was going to die. I think he wasn't getting the right medical care in prison. So either way, he was going to. I should actually be careful what I say, honestly. But yeah, anyway, I think he was going to die anyway. But I think that now, by them actually doing it, confirmed that he's dead, there's a part of me that doesn't even believe it. But I mean, I guess after all this chaos right now, the government would have come out already and been like, you know what? I lied. We didn't kill him. He's alive. Anybody want to talk to him? He's alive. Can you guys just chill? Right? Because they've caused a lot of bullshit. I mean, look at all this already. They've caused a lot of stuff, right? So one of the world's most wanted drug traffickers, the Mexican cartel boss known as Mencho, has reportedly been killed at his home country's security forces. So the drug lord, whose real name, blah, 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 was taken out Sunday in the western state of Jalisco, Mexican newspaper reported. Okay. International groups in Sinaloa, the U.S. had offered $15 million reward for the capture of the drug boss. He was in charge of the Fenty. Oh my gosh. They were like, get him. Somebody got paid. Somebody got paid in Mexico. They took him out. Somebody got paid for sure. Somebody in there was like, you know what? If we get him, we kill him. We get the U.S. will pay us. Somebody got paid. Wow. Okay. So I wonder. Okay, so these are apparently the cities of interest fighters, and men were seen torching vehicles in the heart of the city. So 8 million citizens that stay at home. 8 million citizens on lockdown. This website's super laggy. What the hell? 8 million citizens on lockdown. That's a lot of people. 12 minutes ago. Let's see what they posted. Okay, corruption in western state of Mexico, the new generation. Mexican security forces captured. Ooh, look at this bus. No way. Code Red protocol for state of emergency and security crisis. In response to the clashes in post X, he said public transportation was suspended across Jalisco. Videos circulating on social media showed plumes of smoke. No way. I want to go back to, what was it called? This guy here. Jalisco. This one here. Let's refresh this. I want to see what new news have come out following this, because it's bad. Right now, we have family that's in this area, right? Literally right now as we speak, on lockdown. On lockdown. 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago. In the gas station too. We could see anything and everything that's pulled up. Jay said, God bless everybody in Guadalajara and the state of Jalisco. Take care. Look at this guy. Look at this smug. Look at that mustache, too. I'm not gonna lie, he's got a good mustache. I'll say that. Wow, Code Red in Jalisco. Wow. This is the craziest thing, though, is in the airport. Like, and this happened last time. Last time that they've had, it's a pretty famous thing, and I think it actually happens a lot in Guadalajara Airport, is whenever a cartel or somebody takes over, something happens, there's a big thing, they always go for the airport. They want to mobilize everybody, get anybody out of the air, and just stop the state or stop the country from moving any money, taking, having any sort of progress. They just stop everything in its tracks right away. Just done. After some people died in this one too. That's a lot of smoke, though. That's a lot of smoke. Oh, even look at this. Even the military vehicle was all done up. Oh, way. Make this one bigger. Nah, I can't make it bigger. I'll put it right here. We don't see this. Oh my gosh. It looks like it's kind of all the same stuff coming out. I want to look it up. So, news in Jalisco, Mexico right now. Let's see. See if there's anything new happening right now. Let's see. I'm just going to hit news. Yeah, this one's in the airport.
Hell attack at Mexico's Guadalajara International Airport. This comes after the Mexican government killed El Mencho, a notorious drug trafficker. The airport itself released a statement saying that it was operating.
Damn. Yeah, but let's see if anything else comes of this. I mean, that's all for now. I just wanted to come on and put up some videos. I'm waiting for family to send me some more videos that what we have, kind of everything that's happening in and around there right now. And I think I might have another one. Let's take a look and see what this one is. Let's see what this is. So this is the National Guard. Well, every single police officer right now that's in this city, every single police officer possible, they're here, like right now, looking at everything. Let me see news. Jalisco. Let me see. Noticias.
Bueno, vamos a comenzar en el estado de Jalisco. Después de un operativo en Tapalpa ocurrió un enfrentamiento.
Wow.
Estas son las primeras imágenes que llegan, Brenda, amigos, de lo que sucede actualmente en esa región del estado de Jalisco, en donde las autoridades se enfrentan con grupos radicales del crimen organizado. Activaron, evidentemente, después de estas escenas, el código rojo. Las autoridades están empezando a dar a conocer más información, pero justo ahora, en distintos puntos de este municipio se reportan, como lo vemos claramente en las imágenes, vehículos incendiados, bloqueos carreteros con tráileres.
Just a regular car. Look at that. No one. Look at that. It's just somebody's car. Like they're just driving to work and they just take their car and light it on fire. Wow.
En sus cruces con Calzada Vallarta y Tabachines. Estamos hablando sobre todo.
That's a nice truck too. Look at that.
Avenidas,
That's a very nice truck.
de esa localidad, así como también en Calzada Lázaro Cárdenas, otra muy importante a la altura del Cemefo y de Río Seco. Quienes viven cerca de esta localidad saben que esas vías de comunicación son las que acceden a los puntos más importantes y que en este momento están bloqueadas. Estos bloqueos
They're just looking at it. Look at. There's no firefighter or nothing. They're just looking at it.
Provocado un caos que no se había visto. La carretera Saltillo y la carretera a Zacoalco de las Torres también está siendo pues completamente vulnerada por estas condiciones, Brenda.
Tremendo lo que estamos viendo en las imágenes, es información que va surgiendo de a poco de lo que está sucediendo en varios puntos en México. Están activando el código rojo justamente en esta parte del estado. Hay narcobloqueos, le decíamos y ya comentabas, Max, en Guadalajara y Vallarta.
Let's see if they got anything else, any other videos.
Tenía planes para desplazarse a la ciudad de Guadalajara.
Oh, dude, look at the sky. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even see. You can't even see the sky. You can't even see the sky. It's all smoke. The whole street is blocked. All of it. That's crazy. That's crazy. What would happen? Just picture this. Imagine this happening in like LA or Orange County or New York. If this happened, it would be absolute chaos if this happened. Just think about that. It would be absolute chaos if this happened. Look, you can't even see the sky. Jeez, it's unbelievable to me how much they're doing this. I mean, it happens maybe for an hour or two. In the past, it's happened before. But for them now to literally do the entire city, like at 2 states, they've done, I think 2 or 3 states now are on lockdown. On complete lockdown. Look, they're gonna circle the truck. There's operation in certain points of the region and points in Jalisco, and individuals have burned vehicles. Wow. Let's skip forward. Let's see. We're only going to get this on Mexican news, by the way. If we're looking at American news, we're never going to get this. Look at that. Look at this. What the fuck? Look at this. And you know what they did? You know what they did too? They moved that bus right in front of the street to block everything. Purposely. They threw everybody out. They told everybody to get out of the bus. Didn't kill anybody. I think there were casualties. Didn't kill anybody. Get out of the bus. Everybody out of the bus. And then they have a car full of a few people. They throw a bunch of stuff in the car and fire. Molotov cocktail. I don't know really what it is. Let the bus go on fire and then dip. And they block the whole street. Look at that fire. No way. Look at this guy smiling too. Guy's just smiling. He's like, just another day. Another day in Mexico.
justamente lo que hacen. A ver, ¿cómo operan normalmente cuando hacen este tipo de bloqueos, Max? Usted va en la carretera o vas en el autobús porque vas trasladándote a un lugar, te frenan, te bloquean, los bajan normalmente a base de golpes, a veces con toda la violencia del mundo, atraviesan estos camiones y les prenden fuego. Es la manera de manifestar
Look at this bus, though.
del crimen organizado.
Look at this fucking bus, though. Oh my God. No way. No way. We gotta go back. I gotta go back to that. Hold on. I gotta see that truck again. Do you see that big rig? That big rig truck? No. Why does it keep going so fast? I gotta see this truck. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This. Doom! And you see what they did? They got in the car. And you know exactly what they're doing too. They're gonna get in the car, right? Everyone's gonna hop out of the car. They're gonna get in the big rig truck. They're gonna drive it into the middle of the street, and then they're gonna throw a Molotov cocktail in there, and they're gonna dip. Now the whole street's blocked. And even if the police were on foot or whatever in their car, their truck, now they can't even get to the guys leaving. The whole street's blocked, and there's smoke. Everywhere. It's hard to breathe. It's not even safe to pursue them, because then what's going to happen? They're going to pursue these guys, and then what's going to happen? then what's going to happen? There's going to be gunfire in the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? No way.
Exactamente, porque vimos esta semana, inclusive el día de ayer le damos a conocer estas imágenes operativos en diferentes puntos del estado de Jalisco, en donde pues habían detenido a miembros importantes del cártel Jalisco Nueva Generación, un operativo que también derivó en la detención de un cargamento importante de droga, armas, etcétera, y pues en respuesta, contrarrestando a estos operativos, porque además también el secretario de Seguridad, Omar García Harfuch, había establecido también condiciones de seguridad y operativos que se iban a llevar a cabo en diferentes municipios de esa entidad, y esta inmediatamente es la respuesta del crimen organizado, y lo que hemos dicho siempre, Brenda. Entonces, ¿quién tiene el control de esta y de la mayoría de las entidades del país? La policía, las autoridades, el gobierno federal, o la gobernabilidad que se ha reflejado una vez más, pues da cuenta del poder que tienen los narcotraficantes, los delincuentes, y que hacen esto en cualquier momento que se les ocurra.
Y ojo, porque así es como vive la gente a diario en muchas partes, no solo de Jalisco, Max, en muchas partes.
Look, it's gonna flip around. This is where they're flipping around. They're gonna flip around, put the truck. Look at this. Oh my God! And block the whole street. Look at that. You know the craziest part too. This is the craziest part. Think about this. Think about this too. These are people that are just in regular clothes, right? But they have guns. Like the new generation cartel there, they have guns. They got good guns. Like probably got them from the U.S. or something somehow. But this is a real, like, this isn't like a gang on the street. They're strapped up. They're army, but they're dressed like basically like civilians. So you don't know who it is really. I mean, you're driving, you stop a car. You don't really know who it is in the car. If it's different, if it's just people on the street, what I'm trying to say, they look just like people on the street. You don't really know who it is. And they got masks on. You can't catch their face. It's not like they have facial technology here where they have cameras that can detect, whatever. And they don't have eyes in the sky like us. They have a helicopter flying over and chasing people. It's not like that. It's all just the Guardia Nacional and the police. The police aren't doing anything, by the way. Police are not out here. The police are inside. It's the National Guard and the military that's going to be out here. And they're strapped up. They have turrets on the back of the truck. Like you could see this, watch. Like you can see Guardia Nacional. Watch. You could see how they roll. They got turrets on the back of their truck. This is normal. Like, if you live in Mexico, to see this on the street, completely normal. Here, watch this. Open image and new tab. Like, look at this. This, completely normal. So you're living your day-to-day, you're living your life, and you just see these trucks. This is military and National Guard. They're driving by. Every day like this, they have their hands on the gun turret. They have the machine guns. they'll get out of the car. You'll see them literally get out of the car and go into, let's say, Walmart or Costco or something, and they're all out there with their guns in Walmart. Like, they're always around and out in the city. It's just kind of something that they do. They're very mobile. But now they're hunting human beings because these people are terrorizing the city. But it's normal to see that. They're strapped up. They're ready to go. Strapped up and ready to go, always.
Pero si de repente en un momento vas atravesando alguna autopista y te das cuenta de que grupos radicales muchas veces no sabes o no se sabe a qué grupos están atendiendo, a qué grupos responden, pues también te extorsionan.
Wow. Just right out of somebody's house, too. Somebody lives there.
Para dejarte transitar, y si no, pues simplemente te amenazan para regresarte. Ahora,
Think about your family, too.
porque eso lo tenemos que dejar.
Think about your family. Your dad's going out. Your dad's a taxi driver.
En Sinaloa, bueno, ni se diga. ¿Qué es entonces lo que está reflejando cada uno de los operativos que en las mañaneras, que desde la Secretaría de Seguridad Pública están informando? Porque, bueno, pues, sus notas y sus datos dicen...
Wow. Look, they put tires and everything and blocked it.
Que hay inclusive planes para resguardar ciertas zonas que consideran de riesgo, pero cuando vemos estas imágenes contradicen absolutamente lo contrario.
Look at this. They're blocking the roads in different points in Jalisco.
Justamente dábamos la noticia de operativos en donde
Wow.
decomisaban 4 armas.
Lo que decíamos, 4 armas, 3,000 cartuchos útiles, sí, lo que ustedes quieran, pero...
Okay, we've seen this. You showed the same thing like 10 times in a row. If you don't have anything else to show, then just don't show it.
Una quema de camiones en algunos puntos y municipios de Michoacán. Por ejemplo,
In Michoacán, too? No way.
Aguililla, Salvador Escalante.
How many people? I want to know how many people. So how many people are in the new generation Jalisco cartel? Let's see. Jalisco New Generation Cartel. Look, I'm curious. Let's see how many people are actually in this cartel. So it started 2009. This cartel started in 2009. So there is, okay, so check this out. By 2018, this is the Jalisco New Generation, the cartel, CJNG, Cartel Jalisco New Generation, right? So it was believed to have over 100 methamphetamine labs throughout Mexico. 100 methamphetamine labs throughout Mexico. Based on average street value, upwards of $8 billion for cocaine, $4.6 billion for crystal meth each year. Wow. So right now they are fighting this new generation, the one that is burning the city down. They're fighting for the New Plaza cartel for control of Guadalajara. Okay. Now there's the Michoacana family for the states of Michoacán. So they're trying to take Michoacán. They're trying to take Veracruz, which is southern Mexico, and Zacatecas, and Sinaloa, and in Baja Sonora, which is north Mexico. And Ciudad Juarez and Zacatecas and the whole. Basically, they want to be. It looks like they just want to be the only cartel in Mexico right now. So they're considered by the Mexican government to be one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in Mexico and the most powerful drug cartel in Mexico. It's also considered the cartel with the most paramilitary firepower. Yeah, these guys are strapped up, dude. These guys are strapped up. Like their army, basically. Full on army. Okay. It's difficult because of police corruption. Yeah, this is why. It's difficult because of police corruption, it says. This is why I told you before. There's no police. There's no police out here. It's not police. It's military. The police are all in their pockets. Literally, the police are all, they're 100%, they're paid by the cartel. Cartel's got it. They got him in the pocket. Damn. Okay. Let's see. History. So now there's going to be more history added onto this. They're going to have to put Señor Mencho on here now. So let's go down a little bit. Continued attack 2012 Veracruz. Now, Sinaloa, Jalisco. Look at this resume. Jalisco massacres. Someone's gonna have to update this Wikipedia. If anyone's down, someone's gonna have to update it because they're gonna. I mean, they're gonna be on here now. And kidnapping of El Chapo. In 2016, in an upmarket restaurant called La Leche in the resort city of Vallarta, the New Generation cartel kidnapped 2 sons of El Chapo along with friends and then released them after negotiations. The event happened shortly after the incarcerations of El Chapo and was seen as a humiliation for the powerful Sinaloa cartel. Damn. Well, this is the map too. This is important to know too. To really understand cartels in Mexico, you need to know one thing basically, is when there is let's say there's a new president, for example. Okay? So new president of Mexico comes in. It's not like the new president of Mexico doesn't know who this cartel is. They know exactly who the cartel is. Not only do they know who the cartel is, they have to cooperate with the cartel. There was I wish I could find it. What's Gloria? What's her name? Mexican president. What's her name? Gloria Sheinbaum. That's her. Okay. Mexican president. Okay. Mexican Gloria Sheinbaum talks about cooperation with cartel. So in Mexico, I'll say this first. In Mexico, they have every single day in Mexico, they have a press conference, right? Wake up in the morning. I think it's every single day they have a press conference where the president gets up and talks about things that are happening, blah, 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 right? And in one of those, she said, she had a speech, which, I mean, I'd have to find it later. She has a speech where she says, basically, we know who the cartel is. Yeah, we talk with them. We cooperate with them. That's what they do. A new president comes in, and you obviously know that the cartels have meetings with the president, right? If let's say there's a new president that's gonna come soon, cartel's gonna put up money. I want my president candidate to be chosen, so they can work with the president to move drugs safely and have peace, right? New president comes. They sit down with the president, like not just one, the cartel leaders all sit down from different areas, sit down with the president, and they draw a map of who gets different sections of Mexico. Basically, who gets different areas of Mexico, who controls what in Mexico. Right? So that's the way that it works. Now knowing this map is very, very, very important. So let's back up a little bit. Let's see where they are though. So New Generation, that's the light blue, right? This is them, light blue. So they're here. This is Tijuana right up here at that very tip on the top left. So they're right here, this is technically still northern Baja, and then this would be southern Baja. So they have the whole tip, and then right here, here, and look, it's scattered throughout all this. And who's that red? This is a Cartel Golfo. Cartel Sinaloa is yellow. Look at the Cartel Sinaloa. This is the most important one too, at the top. These right here at the top are the most important because this is where everything goes in. And it looks like the Cartel Sinaloa, I mean, it should be, which is that light yellow. They have access into Texas, into New Mexico, into California. They have access to all that. And do you see them right here, New Generation? They're right behind them. They're like, we got to get access to. Right? They're all going to fight for that. So a new president comes in, right? New president comes in. They sit down and they say, look, we want peace because we know you're going to move drugs. We know what you're doing. But at least if you're going to do it, we can't really stop you. At least let's let it be peaceful. let's make it as peaceful as possible. Why not? I mean, you're going to do it anyway. So they do. They sit down, they draw out a map, and they say, this is everybody's area. Can you please respect each other and have peace? Because if not, it would be like the wild, wild west. And the whole country would collapse. 1,000%. 1,000%.
Pandícuaro. Ojo también, se está reportando esto también a través de las redes sociales. No
Let's see what else we got. I want to see what this you got live. Let's see. The whole television station in Guadalajara. They're live right now, right? Oh crap, look at all those. I don't want to say what it is on a live, but you guys can see what it is. Ooh, look at that.
Liderada por el Mencho, fue señalada como la responsable de planear y ejecutar una entonces secretario de Seguridad Ciudadana de la Ciudad de México. El cártel Jalisco Nueva Generación tiene presencia en al menos 20 estados del país. Se le relaciona con trasiego de drogas hacia Estados Unidos, cobro de piso, extorsiones, homicidios y secuestros.
I think because that's the chat right there.
Donde mantiene mayor operación son Jalisco, Michoacán, Estado de México.
Okay, so check this out. So this is New Generation Cartel. Okay, this is New Generation Cartel. Look at all these areas: Guanajuato, Jalisco, Michoacán. This is Mexico City right here. You see this Chiapas. This is their control where they're at. Look at this. Look at this. This is typical Mexico right here too, where you see the building is just straight brick, gangster right here, and they're just out there with little folding chairs protecting the building. Look at this. Look at all the wiring all exposed for the cameras. Somebody wants to break in, they literally just go cut it. It's so easy. So they're blocking and burning vehicles in Jalisco, it says. Let's see.
En Sudamérica, Centroamérica, por supuesto, en diferentes lugares, y estaremos muy pendientes de justo las repercusiones que tiene este ataque contra la
The whole street's blocked. They're blocking and burning vehicles here in Jalisco. And this is the police. So you could see also the police, they don't have the same firepower as the military, right? There's just cops here. Honestly, I wouldn't trust the police to protect me. Honestly, I wouldn't trust the police. Police are basically essentially a cartel as well. Like they really are just a cartel. It's the same thing. Except but really that's the same thing. So you have to trust the military to protect you. If I saw a bunch of cops out there like that, I wouldn't really feel safe. But look at the firefighter. Is this a bombero? That doesn't look like a normal bombero. That's crazy. It looks like an American fire truck though. Look at this is in Guadalajara. No way. No way. It's at the grocery store. Look at this.
Un vehículo que queda impactado en el pórtico principal. Vemos las huellas del sistema de contraincendios que sigue funcionando. Evidentemente esto completamente desolado.
It already burned down.
Afectadas aquí en el lugar.
Completely.
Vaya, pues postal desgarrador estamos viendo en el lugar. ¿Usted es propietario, señor? Correcto. Bueno, vemos ahí esta camioneta. Desconocemos si en este vehículo viajaban o no algunos de los diferentes tiendas de 24 horas. En este caso es el supermercado.
It's a supermarket.
Afectaciones, sin embargo, la mercancía parece que no fue alcanzada por las llamas. Algunos cristales rotos de pequeños negocios aledaños a este punto comercial. Ya completamente, insisto, desolado. Ya no hay personal adentro, pero tampoco hay autoridades, habrá que decirlo, resguardando la zona. Únicamente este vehículo que vemos completamente calcinado. Veíamos algunos casquillos en el estacionamiento. Vamos a en breve recorrer hasta ese sitio para saber si son o no algunos de los indicios.
Pero bueno, parte, compañeros, de lo que prevalece en este centro comercial ubicado aquí en la avenida Circunvalación y Normalistas, la colonia Villa San Juan, municipio de Guadalajara. Parte de
Poor
esta
person.
desgarradora
Whose ever
postal
car
que
that
dejan
is.
estos hechos violentos en la zona
Whose ever
metropolitana
car
y
that
también
is.
en
They
el
were
interior de
just
Jalisco.
trying to go to the grocery store.
Abraham, dices que está por ahí el propietario de este vehículo. Sin duda habrá un conteo de daños materiales, las pérdidas que provocaron estos incendios, no solamente a particulares, también en centros comerciales. Lo importante aquí es que no resultaron, como tú lo comentas, personas lesionadas, pero sí quizás alguna persona con una crisis nerviosa, con la apreciación de esto que estamos viendo, que nos da un panorama pues muy diferente al que habitualmente tenemos en un domingo de convivencia familiar.
Sobre todo eso, ¿no, Trini? Un domingo donde la gente aprovecha para venir justamente a este tipo de negocios, hacer el súper, hacer las compras para la semana y demás. Vaya terror que vivieron. Las personas que están aquí son propietarios de estos locales aledaños a la tienda de autoservicio. Por obvias razones han pedido que no los grabemos, no quieren hablar al micrófono. Como bien lo mencionas, están todavía pues en esta crisis nerviosa y en esta angustia por las pérdidas materiales. Pero bueno, esta es la postal que prevalece aquí. Al igual que en otras zonas, en el norte de Zapopan, en aquel punto, diferentes tiendas de 24 horas incendiadas, autos abandonados.
I'm going to pause this one. I want to see if there's any. I want to check because there's a few different news stations, but this one is in. I wonder if not just in Jalisco, but let's see. Noticias Nayarit. Let's see. This is nice en vivo. Let's see. Let's see what they have to say. Remember, this is happening in a lot of in other states. It's not just one state. It's happening in different states.
La captura del Chapo Guzmán o la que se realizó para la detención del Mayo Zambada, o que hayan tomado la determinación en virtud de la capacidad de fuego del diamante de seguridad que protegía al Mencho, que hayan tomado la determinación de no capturarlo, sino abatirlo. Esto ya lo hemos visto, se ha incrementado el nivel de letalidad de los operativos de los grupos de élite, tanto de la Marina como del Ejército. Es una respuesta que tiene que responder, dar explicaciones al gobierno de México, si realmente había un operativo de detención o fue un operativo para abatirlo. Quizá cabe en la posibilidad de que, debido a las armas de grado militar, debido a la ferocidad de los escoltas que protegían al Mencho, debido a la manera en la que le protegían,
look at him.
que combatirlos con.
Look at his face. Look at, is this him? Wait, who is that next to him? Look at this. Who is this next to him with the little afro? What? Who is this? Wow.
Un poder de fuego que fuera todavía superior al que ellos tenían, en cuyo caso
you don't really trust anybody.
Captura, sino para asesinarle.
David, sabemos que probablemente lo trasladaron con vida y debido a las heridas que sufrió en este ataque falleció en el camino.
Wow, why are they still even outside? I wouldn't even be outside, to be honest with you.
Quiero hacerte una pregunta delicada. Si así hay
Just stay inside.
estados que han reaccionado ante.
And this is like typical, so I'll tell you guys, like they didn't have much warning for this, but how it works in Mexico is when I lived in Tijuana for I think 4 years and some change, something like that, right? How it works in Mexico is when the cartel decides, when they decide that they're going to take some action against the government, what typically happens is, at least if it's premeditated, what typically happens is they will put out a news blast because they have their hands in the news system as well, right? So what happens is they send a blast out and they say, look, and they'll put things over the city, like whatever, poster, whatever they want to do. They'll blast to the city to say, look, there's a curfew. I want everybody to stay inside their houses from this time to this time. This is a little bit different because they assassinated the boss. That's a little bit different. Now there's no premeditation, there's no warning, like we're coming for you, right? But generally how it happens is they're going to send out a news blast and tell the citizens, look, there's going to be some trouble around this time to this time. Don't take the bus. Don't go to work. Stay at home. Don't be outside at nighttime because you might get hit in the crossfire. But in this situation, this was kind of, this had to happen right away. There was no time to warn anybody. But that's generally how it happens. The cartel is not out here just savage and they want to, look at this, looks like Bruno Mars, dude. This guy's tripping me out. Looks like Bruno Mars. This is Mexican Bruno Mars. But they're not out here just like savages running wild. No. This is a complicated operation and they don't want any casualties. They're not just out here trying to kill people. As a matter of fact, the general consensus of the cartel, I would say maybe not half, but especially in the small towns, like the town that Chapo is from, they respect the cartel in some sense because the government is not going to pave the roads for them. The government is not going to provide, let's say, build a school, build a church, whatever it is. The government's not going to do that stuff. The cartel does that stuff. They will pave the roads. They'll help the people. They pump money in. Of course, it's not clean money. It's dirty money, but they're going to pump money into the city. So there is a sense of respect kind of for the cartel. So they take care of the people in the sense that they're not out here just killing people. They're out here to essentially take, control and take law and order into their own hands. They feel like that city, that territory that they control, that's their city. They're the government in that city. They have a president in that city. They have control. So when the government steps on them, they will let the people know, hey, look, go home, stay inside. It's not between the people. We don't want you to get hurt. This is between us and the government. This situation, like I said, this was kind of out of the blue. They have no time to prepare. But anyway, so see what Bruno Mars did.
Esta detención y muerte de su líder, una vez que lo traigan para que analicen los restos y confirmen la identidad, ¿podría haber reacciones en la Ciudad de México, en el centro del país, donde convergen los poderes?
Hasta el momento los grupos del crimen organizado han procurado no realizar actos de narcoterrorismo en la capital, justamente.
Pues quien sale siempre afectado.
And they're just saying the same thing now. I'm going to pause this one. Let's see what happens on this.
Bloqueos carreteros y quema de vehículos en múltiples puntos del estado.
Still
Cerca del
it.
mediodía, la Coordinación Municipal de Protección Civil de Tabasco también, mediante redes, reportó la quema de vehículos en carretera federal número 54.
Okay, so I'm guessing that these are the areas right now that are being affected. So these are blocks and vehicles that are being burned. So these are I'm taking it that these are the places that are going to be affected right now, which is in Nayarit, Jalisco. They're all the way in Michoacan. Mexico City. They don't have Mexico City on here. Guanajuato, Michoacan. I would say Michoacan, Jalisco, maybe Guanajuato. These are very, very, very active, dangerous places to be, for sure. Michoacan is crazy.
La Mesa Estatal de Construcción de Paz, las autoridades dieron a conocer que se brindará o blindará el sur del estado que colinda también con el estado de Jalisco. Así que Zacatecas y Jalisco ya coordinados para garantizarle la seguridad a la población. ¿Qué pasa con Aguascalientes, uno de los estados vecinos del estado de Jalisco? La mañana del domingo se registraron
like, what did I do? Why'd you burn my building?
Aguascalientes. El primero de ellos ocurrió sobre la carretera 45 Norte a la altura de San Francisco de los Romo. Un tráiler fue atravesado en el carril de norte a sur y le prendieron fuego. El segundo punto obstruido fue sobre la carretera 45 Sur a la altura de El Alteño, en límites con Jalisco. Otro bloqueo ocurrió sobre la carretera 70 Oriente a la altura del Retoño. Además, se registró la quema de una camioneta en la comunidad Los Caños, donde unos sujetos...
What are the people doing out here still, though? That's the question that I have. What are they even doing out here still?
Es la sociedad, ¿no, David?
Sí, en efecto.
Wow. Anyway, God bless the people in this city. Genuinely, God bless the people in this city right now. And I hope they get some peace, some sense of peace. Look at all this. This is a government here. Let's check this out. Look at this. Dang, they're shooting. No way. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear those gunshots? Look at this. Listen to this. You could hear the gunshots. Wow. 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 Anyway. All right. That's it. I'll keep you guys updated. We might do it again later to see if there's any updates, but yep, everybody be safe out there. Later, guys.